We're going to continue on with Nevada. Nevada began training with Juntos in 2019, and the Latinx population makes up 29% of the overall population in Nevada. And apparently there is a creature called the kangaroo rat that can live its entire life without drinking a single drop of water that also lives there.
Wow, good to know. Hi guys, my name is Leticia Servin. I'm with Corporate Extension, UNR Corporate Extension. And first of all, I want to thank, to be part of this team. I am so overwhelmed. I was just telling my coworker, I love going to these conferences, but then I add more work to myself. Oh yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that. So we have a list of things we have to do. But I've been about 12 years working with UNR Corporate Extension and 24 years working with the Carson City School District. So I think my two jobs work well with our Juntos families with 4-H and the high school, because they get to see me at the high school, they get to see me in the school. So I'm the one that does all the robocalls that go home in Spanish. And so parents know my voice. I do all the videos that go home for the family so they see my face. So that personal connection works really well with those groups. So that's who I am. So next slide. So we are a petite state. So within the school that I work with Carson City, we have a total of 6 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 1 high school, 1 alternative high school, prison education, Carson Online, and then a Montessori schools. So I have the privilege to work with all of those schools within my 24 years of working with the district. So again, that personal connection with the principals, with the teachers, it makes promoting Juntos a lot easier because the trust is there. So that's the group of schools that I work with, which again is very, very small. And our team right now consists of Lisa Taylor, my our education director at Corporate Extension, myself with Hispanic Outreach, and then we have Diego from UNR. We also have Lupe Ramirez, which again, we talked in previous meetings today about most of our kids going to the community college. So Lupe Ramirez is also a school board member and is a Latino cohort coordinator for WNC, which is our community center, so community college. So we work really well together. Will be our team of Juntos right now. Next slide. And so this is what I deal with in working with our families. So within our school district, we have that are in our system that the parents logged in, and if their Infinite Campus says that they are Hispanic, we have 30%. So when I look at a student, which I have, the good thing about being part of the school district is I can actually monitor every kid and look at their grades and see how they're doing. And I don't have to rely to calling somebody. I can see it, and the kids know that I can see that too, and parents know that. So 30% of the parents in our Infinite Campus have said that they're Hispanic. 10 of those are Hispanic whose home language is English, meaning that they're Hispanic, but the language that they speak in English. So when I work and I do my trainings with these families, I have to lever it up a little bit higher for these families because they tend to get bored and they tend to say, you know, I already got this, I need a little bit more push. So I really have to work in a different way when I work with this population. And then we have our 20%, which in our district is about 1,030 students whose home language is, who are Hispanic, whose home language is primarily Spanish. So those are the majority of my Junto families that I'm working with right now. Next slide. And so since I got the opportunity to go to the training, North Carolina, when I got back, the first thing that I did was I had been working with families for about 20 years now. Okay, 20 years ago, we started a Latino Parent Committee, and it's taken 20 years to get these parents to the point where they feel comfortable and actually, you know, standing in front of an audience and talking to parents, and so they feel that way of being able to host a training. So it's taken 20 years to do this. So the first thing I did is I got back and I met with these 20 parents, about 30 parents, and said, hey guys, this is the training I just got back from. You know, our goal is to have it in our schools. What do you think? They all were 100% yes, let's do it. So we had a train we trained them. I went over Juntos, what it's all about. We mimicked some of the training. So we spent a lot of time just training these 30 parents on how to be my co-facilitators working with me. And then we went out and had family nights in the 2 middle schools. We went to Carson Middle School, we went to Eagle Valley Middle School and had family nights, talk about Juntos, what is it about, and got them on board. Then we had one at Carson High School. And then from there, the kids already wanted to start working, especially Latino kids. Let's go, let's do this. So we formed their first Hispanic club was a 4-H dance club, of course, where they had the opportunity to show their culture and dancing. Right now, as we speak, I'm working with 2 cohorts. I'm working with my 9th grader that just came in to high school this year. We had the parent nights in the 2 middle schools who got to know about what Juntos was about. So when they started the school year, they said, I'm on board. I'm ready to be part of the Juntos program. And then we have our seniors who are going to leave this year. And those are the ones that, and we're really working hard with to get them going, besides, the learning, new change of learning, going, full remote or doing the hybrid. So that's a group that I'm really focusing right now. This summer, we did a Juntos Health and Wellness, and that's the reason why is because we started noticing that the parents needed to do something. The anxiety was coming, the parents needed the help. We wanted the kids, go out there and do something, although it was limited. So we created a wellness through Facebook, and we just did exercise. We talked about being healthy, staying healthy, and it was a really fun program. We just finished just this week. Summer is over. They don't want to finish. They want to continue doing a fall health and wellness Juntos program. They want to continue. Then our Juntos youth started a youth programming program. So what it is many years ago, we had a program called Hola Carson City. Well, those teens graduated, moved on, married. And so the youth of the siblings said, hey, my brother was in a program called Hola Carson City. Can we bring that back? And we said, perfect. So Juntos youth are out there doing interviews in our community, talking about topics that are interesting in our community, that are harming our community, that are good for our community, and doing these TV programs online. And so we're going to work with the high school to, branch these out to the students that are on board. But most of the kids are doing all of it. They're doing the programming, the scheduling, the meeting with the politicians, the meeting with individuals in our community, interviewing them. Then we have our Mariposas Latina 4-H Club, and that was prior to doing Juntos, I worked with the middle schools and did a program called Alitas, which was a teen Latina youth program. And with Juntos, my whole time is devoted now with Juntos. So those girls said, we missed that female type get together, let's talk. And so we created Mariposas, and that's our next, another 4-H club. And then the last that we did was our Juntos with now Hispanic Heritage. We did an essay contest, and so that is distributed to all our families in our district. And that is another way of promoting Juntos, getting to know Juntos. And then the students are making some fundraisers to raise the money to give our scholarship, our essay winners. So the video that you're going to see, it's going to be a little bit of everything. Then I have one more slide to tell you what my goals are for the future. So hopefully you can see the video. Can you hear the audio? Is a music to it, maybe not.
Aterrizando en un sueño, voy navegándome la vida. Este nuevo día, sí, la luna siempre me guía. No siempre entiendo el presente, pero le busco la salida. Mejor estar herido que ausente, mejor soñar y echarse a la suerte. Mejor la vida cuando se siente. Si me inspiras, sé que me necesitas. Si te miro, yo también lo haré, lo sabes bien. Este camino es como un libro abierto. Y si hoy es el último día de mi vida, vida mía, todo lo daré. Seamos uno, andemos el mundo. No hay nada que no podamos juntos. Andamos por el el camino, siguiendo solo el horizonte. Llevo en mis ojos melancolía, sí, sí, la luna siempre me guía. Yo sé que tienes otra vida, yo tengo la mía. Todos tenemos en la vida abierta alguna herida. A veces vamos por la vida buscando salidas. Mejor soñar que echarse a la suerte. Mejor la vida cuando se siente. Si me miras, sé que me recibas. Si te miro, yo también lo haré, lo sabes bien. Este camino es como un libro abierto. Y hoy es el último día de mi vida, vida mía, todo lo daré. Seamos uno, andemos el mundo. No hay nada que no podamos juntos. Vamos a mi vida, como tú quieras, me iluminas el resto de mis días. Cuando digas mi vida, vamos a mi vida, como tú quieras, me iluminas el resto de mis días. Mejor soñar y echarse a la suerte, mejor la vida cuando se siente. Si me miras, si me descifras, te miro, yo también lo haré, lo sabes. Este camino es como un libro abierto. Y hoy es el último día de mi vida, vida mía, todo lo daré. Seamos uno, andemos el mundo. No hay nada que no podamos. Por si me miras, sé que me necesitas. Si te miro, yo también lo haré, lo sabes bien. Este camino es como un libro abierto. Y hoy es el último día de mi vida, vida mía, todo lo daré. Seamos uno, andemos el mundo. No hay nada que no podamos. Juntos, juntos, juntos.
Perfect. So that was a little bit of all that I talked to you guys earlier. So the future for Juntos is, again, to continue training more parents. When parents give the workshops, it makes it an even better connection because although the good that I'm at the district, sometimes parents, when I host the meetings myself, they're like, oh, there she's going to get mad at me because I didn't call last week for the meeting, or, you know, my student's not doing well and she knows about it. So when it's the parents doing the workshops, they feel more comfortable. So, but I'm always there, of course, with the parents. So our goal for 2020 is to continue training more parents, have Juntos in every school. Elementary schools, middle schools, you know, in the high school, and then build our team in our community with agencies, with businesses, with, you know, bring more people to the table to, you know, continue our team of leaders with Juntos. So that is what Carson City, Nevada is doing.
So inspiring to hear from Nevada and what they're doing there. Thank you so much, Leticia, for sharing with us. Now we're